This is Ray Carsillo with Gary Richardson, CEO of Mirage Studios. And of course, we just had a huge announcement that you've announced a fourth live-action movie, the fifth movie for the Turtles now, that'll be out in 2011. How excited are you that you're coming out with another Turtles movie?
I mean, couldn't be bigger. You know, this is just shows the strength of the property, and this is what we, need and hope for to launch the next 25 years of the franchise. And with the way movie making can be done today, and updating the Turtles and put them into this world with all cell phones and internet, and it's just going to be huge. It's going to be tremendous.
Now, of course, we're here on top of the Empire State Building, and the great part about this is that the Turtles have come from the sewers. Now they're on top of the world here at the Empire State Building. How big is it for them to be here, lighting it up green tonight for the celebrating the 25th anniversary?
You can't separate the Turtles from New York City. You may separate New York City from the Turtles, but Turtles are New York, and to be here for their, in their home base and have an icon like the Empire State Building lit up in turtle green tonight, again, it just speaks to the impact that the Turtles have had on pop culture, on even the city of New York, with kids coming here and wanting to go visit the Turtles while we're in New York. They could be down there, kids. So.
Now, of course, the party bus is going to be touring the country. It's going to end at the San Diego Comic-Con. But the thing is what I'm wondering is, you start off with such a bang. How do you continue the tour now through Philadelphia? Like, what do you do in these other cities that don't have an Empire State Building?
Well, we try to have a special event, a galabunga kind of a thing we call it, at each one. For example, in Philadelphia, we're going to do a performance during one of the Phillies games out at Comcast Park with the Philly Fanatic. So that's something. Next, or May 2nd is Free Comic Book Day. So we've re-released the first Turtle comic as our contribution to Free Comic Book Day. We'll be doing an event at one of the larger comic retailers in Philadelphia. When we go to Chicago, we're going to be on the Navy Pier for a couple days over Memorial Day. There'll be 150,000 people circle through. We'll have sponsors there. We're talking to the Shed Aquarium about doing something for Turtle Day, Save a Turtle Day. We've got in Dallas, this is the headquarters of GameStop, the video game company. So we'll be doing an event with them that Ubisoft will get behind that's a lot more video game oriented. In Detroit, there's a Street Walk, also another thing. So we think we've got something that can keep the momentum going throughout the tour. And, we, as big as New York is, it's only a part of the country. So, there's plenty, hundreds and hundreds, millions of fans who aren't going to get to see them here, but may have an opportunity to drive 50, 60, 100 miles to Chicago, Detroit, St. Louis, Dallas, Las Vegas, wherever. So.
Now, you mentioned, of course, Ubisoft and GameStop, and there's a new video game coming out, TMNT Smash Up. Can you talk a little bit about that? It's
a brawler where you're going to be able to pick whichever character you want from a defined Mirage universe, April, Casey, Splinter, Fugitoid, any of the Turtles, and brawl each other. So it's not simply, Turtles fight the foot. You can really see who would win in a fight, Raphael against Michelangelo, that type of thing. And you can, it's going to be a four-person situation, and it's looking fantastic. Ubisoft is really doing a great job. They're excited about it. Just heard recently that they're dedicating their whole booth at San Diego Comic-Con to the Turtle game. It should be huge.
Now, it's a Wii exclusive. It will have online capabilities,
It is not a Wii exclusive. We will be releasing on Wii and PS2. There'll also be a DS game. It will be, capable of being played through the internet, multiplayer situation through PSN, and we think we'll probably be doing an Xbox version in 2010. Ubisoft is also releasing one of the original Konami arcade games on Xbox Live, a next version from what they did originally. You'll be able to sample that today down at the Tribeca Drive-In, out of the back of the Turtle Party bus, and then throughout the tour. So they've got a lot of things going on. They have a lot of faith in the property, and they're putting their full resources behind it.
And just one more thing about the movie. Has there been any talk about the script yet, or possibly what villains we might see in the fifth movie?
Well, what we're talking about is a reimagining of the origin story, because after 25 years, we know the origin story inside and out, and so do you, I'm sure, and the people who watch this, but there's a whole generation who kind of came in midstream and don't know the full impact of how the Turtles came into existence, who all the characters are, what their backstories are. So we think it's a perfect time to launch our next quarter century by retelling that origin story, but setting it in, 2010 with cell phones. How would the Turtles stay underground and stealthy with everyone has a cell phone and a video camera these days? So that's the direction we're taking. So all your familiar characters from that first Turtle comic will be in there, updated, and we think we've got some interesting ways we're going to go to do that.
Very cool, Gary. Thank you very much, and here's to another 25 years.